Now, a lot of you have been asking me the same question. Is it worth it to start a team right now? My answer is probably not. Now, if that discourages you, feel free to pack your bags and leave. But if that motivates you, click that like button and keep watching, because you might just have what it takes. Now, since the beginning of gaming clans, they've always been one of the hardest things to grow. I'd say it's harder than growing a personal page, harder than growing a clothing brand, you name it, a clan is probably harder to grow it. And that's why it really takes a special person to grow it. Now, there's so many teams out there, which is one of the biggest problems that there is about the whole entire thing. I bet you there's at least 100 kids in their basements or in their rooms, or even in their living rooms, creating a team every day. Heck, there may even be thousands doing that every day. And that's why it's so hard to get yours out there. Because when there's so much competition, you really have to be unique if you want to stand out among the rest. And that's why I say, if it's a smart idea to start it right now, I'd probably tell you no. Because there's so many other things that would probably be easier to grow. But if you're really committed and this is what you want to do, then this is what you want to do. And my words and my recommendations shouldn't mean anything to you. I remember watching a video by Harris Heller on the Alpha Gaming channel, where he talks about tips and tricks on growing Twitch channels. And I remember him giving the advice, it may not even be the smartest thing to try and grow on Twitch, but knowing that there's such a small chance that you'll succeed is sometimes motivation for people, and that can set you apart from the next guy. See, one of you watching this might be thinking, oh, you're telling me not to? You're telling me it's not a good idea? Okay, I'm not going to. And then I know there's other of you out there, which I'm speaking to you specifically, the person watching this right now. I know who you are. Maybe I don't know you personally, but I know how you are. And I know that you're probably thinking, no, I want to prove this guy wrong. I think I can do this. And I know that's the majority of you, because it takes a special person to want to do this. Now, how can I make that happen is what you're probably asking. And to be honest, there's no set formula. There's no paved way. There's no concrete road that leads you to the promised land. It's going to be a journey, and it's going to be a tough one. If you have the commitment, you can do it. Now, I've made countless videos going into the specifics, logos, names, you name it, anything you need, I made a video on basically. And if I'm missing something, feel free to drop it down in the comments below. But seriously, this is something that you are going to need to figure out in big part on your own. Now, that's not to say you shouldn't do it with a group of people, because I think that one of the smartest things to do when you're building a clan is to start with a group of people that all have the same mindset, so you can all feed on each other's energy and you can help each other out. I think I touched on this in my maintaining your clan video. That's one of the biggest keys to this whole thing. One thing I do want to mention is a lot of this also has to do with luck. And some of you are probably pretty lucky out there, and some of you are probably thinking, perfect, I'm a lucky person. I know some of you are. I mean, there's got to be some of you that are pretty lucky. And I don't mean to say it's like completely luck, like you flip a coin and if it lands on heads then you succeed, and if it lands on tails then it doesn't succeed. But I'm saying really reaching that next level, like teams like, Apex, what do they have, NorCal, Parallel, teams like that are at that next level, not quite at the phase level, but about a step below them. In order to get to that level, and even reach the phase level, you have to have a little bit of luck. For example, phase clans started when clans were very small. There were only a few clans at the beginning of the Call of Duty series, and all they needed to do was gather around a few good players, and they made a name for themselves. And it was really not as hard as it would have as it is right now. I mean, especially with games like Fortnite and games out today, the player base is so good at the game. Like, the majority of the players that play Fortnite are so good that it makes it hard to really stand out. Whereas back then, if you were really good, you could almost guarantee yourself a spot on one of these small teams, or clans, or whatever you want to call them. And so they got lucky there. Now with NorCal Parallel, it came down more to execution. Now there was of course luck, because they hit at it very early on, and they were able to grow when Fortnite clans weren't even a big thing really. And so it's timing, it's luck, but also it comes down to how you execute and how you do it. You have to make sure you're putting out videos at the right time, making the right videos, recruiting actually people that will benefit your team, and not just the best players. You don't always want the best of the best players. Sometimes you do if you want them to compete in tournaments, but you also need people that are reliable, that will be there to record a video when you need them to, that'll be active in communicating when you need them to. See, I know so many of you get caught up in trying to recruit the very best players, but that's not what you need at all. You need commitment, and you need people that are dedicated to your team, to your brand, to your family, because that's what it needs to be at the end of the day. That's what's separating NorCal, Parallel, Apex, all these huge teams. What is it, like Sky GGs or something? I don't know all the teams these days. There's so many. They're families. That's why they're doing so well. Like NRG, right? They're all like, they're buying houses. Like, they all know each other. Like, they're all comfortable with each other. Now, aside from like Clicks and Unknown, but they're all a team, they're all a family. And they marketed themselves that way, and that's all it really comes down to. Anyways, that's really all I wanted to touch on. I just wanted to go through the basics of what you need to start a team. And I want to let you guys take this video how you want to take it. If you want to take it as motivation, take it as motivation. If you want this to make you upset, or you want to be demotivated and not want to start a team anymore because I told you it's going to be hard, go for it. But I know you guys are strong. I know you guys like challenges. I know you guys don't back down from challenges. And I know you guys can do it in the end. Remember, 250 likes on this video for the next video in the series, and make sure to subscribe. We're getting close to 17K. I really appreciate all of you guys and all the support, and I hope everyone has a great day. Peace.